Aiming to finish a marathon is all well and good. Even having a personal time goal or aiming for a PB. It's great, but why? All those runs in the rain. All those runs in the dark. Those runs when you don't want to. All that injury rehab. What's the point? And then we have those race goals. Those races taken away from us. Lockdowns, cancellations, no travel, other restrictions. So again, what's the point? Down to the last 2 weeks of marathon-based training, I have to say, it hasn't really gone to plan. And the deviation from the plan was caused by two things. One, a fall on my stairs, which caused a bit of an injury. And the second, Melbourne went into another virus lockdown after a new outbreak. First, I've got to complete my first run that goes beyond 2 hours since lockdown. And that forms part of this story. Done. Now, first run beyond 2 hours, but not a whole lot longer. So I ran for, let's have a look, 2 hours, 16 minutes, 21 seconds and covered 24.0k. So 24 kilometres, average pace 5:41, but getting beyond 2 hours, going beyond 22 kilometres. My legs just fell apart. There must be something more to this running thing. Does running make me a better person? And I can confirm, on the days that I've gone for a run, I haven't killed anyone. Maybe the point is to improve my health. And in some ways it is. It's clearly not the main reason. If it was only about my health, I wouldn't be running as much as I do. So what is it about running? I'm glad you asked. Well, I feel alive. Like, really alive when I run. Let me explain. Now, there's a feeling that I chase, and I know I could be satisfied with everything else that I get out of life, but I know there's more, and knowing there's more means that I'm not satisfied. So I chase that more, and I chase it in moments where the noise is stripped away. It feels absolutely impossible. When time gets distorted, when I'm broken down to my core, this is when I feel absolutely alive. But it's not just the moment, because these moments, they spill into the other aspects of my life and they enhance everything else. Unfortunately, over the last couple of years, I've had less and less of these moments. And it took doing the lockdown 140 kilometre challenge to bring those moments back and to remind me just what I get out of them. So once again, I want to re-achieve those feelings. I want to chase those moments again. My training had become more like a training textbook rather than reflecting the passion that I have for running itself. So it's time to change that. More challenges, more moments, more fun, more life. Instead of thinking of these restrictions as limitations on your training, as cliche as it sounds, use them as opportunities. Now, there's different types of opportunities. The first and most obvious one is take the moment to work on the things you don't normally do, because now you have to. So when I was injured, I couldn't run for a few days. So instead I took my focus on a lot of rehab work, strengthening particularly core. But when we had lockdown, we were limited to 2 hours exercise. So I couldn't do my long run. So instead, I did the lockdown challenge of running 20 kilometres each day for a week. Now, are these the ideal way to train? Do they hit your plan? No, but they are trying to make the most of the situation you've got at hand. But that's a simple and obvious way of taking opportunities when you've got restrictions. It goes right back to your why. And I have to admit, I didn't consciously make the choice at the start of my injury and restrictions to do exactly this. But it gradually developed over time. And as I got partway through the lockdown challenge, I realised I can gain a lot, improve my running, and improve a few things in my mindset and hopefully the rest of my life. I've always loved running, but the running has been very, I guess, almost going through the motions lately. I know what I want to achieve in terms of times and fitness levels, and for the most part, I script out the training, I follow the plan, and I get there. But I've been missing that extra, that X factor. The 140 kilometre challenge brought that X factor back. I'm still aiming for the Melbourne Marathon in October, but it's going to be more fun on the way, harder running, bigger challenges, and you know what? Just more of what I want to do than what has to just be the plan. So what's the difference? Well, if you look at my other videos on how I was structuring the training for this marathon, it was very specific for each phase. And I'm still going to use that as a guideline, but it's more of a guideline than prescriptive. What I found is I'm enjoying the runs more and I'm actually getting more running in. I guess the trick is not to completely eliminate some aspects of the fitness that I need to do, that I don't neglect the stuff that I don't like doing as much. But other than that, I think I'm going to get a lot more out of this. Because what you need to remember is there's more than one training method that will get you to your goal. Most training works, and I'd love to know what's your next challenge. What are you aiming for? Do you chase specific moments, or is there something else that you're chasing with your running? Let me know. Keep on running.